or 800-348-1007.
We now return to something barely worth your time. Already in progress.
The whole thing is f***ing pointless.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Because you know I'm all about that vape, air bubbles. I'm all about that vape, air bubbles. I'm all about that vape, air bubbles. I'm all about that vape, vape. Yeah, it's pretty clear that I'm a huge douche. I like to vape it. They say it's better for you. I'm so addicted, it's attached to my face. I get to smoke inside all the cool places. Vape News Magazine under my coffee pot. Caffeine and nicotine, my blood's about to clot. My face be dazzled. Vape game on lock. Every flavor, yeah, I got 'em from vanilla to sweat sock. Yeah, my mama,
You know the best part of this song,
The comments on the video?
the lovely Erica Lauren, is you'll see, if you watch the video, an amazing performance from Bill Squire and Alan Cox.
Oh, yeah, background dancing.
Background dancing in this.
Is this before Poundcake was even on the show?
I think so.
Yeah.
You bet your ass
Back
he probably
when
would
we
have been in
had
that video. If,
People that could do video for us and...
oh, those were the glory
Oh, I
days,
know.
weren't they?
They were
Oh,
so
my
nice.
God. People are like, how come you don't do that stuff anymore? Well, we don't have a video department, and I don't have anybody who sings on the show anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Still great stuff, though. No, listen, I was reading an article that Australia is going to ban recreational vaping, and I was like, is there medicinal vaping? I thought all vaping was recreational. Can you imagine what it's like living in Australia?
Well, Alan, here in Australia, there's medicinal vaping, which you can do at or near a hospital. It's all about.
Is that what it is?
It's all about proximity.
Yeah.
And if you are on hospital grounds, that's medicinal vaping. And in your home or a bar, that would be recreational.
They're going to ban recreational vaping. They say it's an epidemic, and it's a major public health move there in Australia, right? But imagine living there. Like, a few people get killed, and they go, okay, no more guns.
Mm-hmm.
And they've never had any murders, no mass shootings or anything like that. And they go, yeah, this vape thing's out of control.
And then they just do something
We're gonna
about
ban
it?
They do something about it. Imagine living in a country
Not
where
our
they
style.
do something about it.
Not our style.
We're real go-getters.
So the vape are creating a new generation of nicotine addicts in Australia, and they want to nip that in the bud. I just thought recreational vaping was a funny headline because I didn't know there was any other kind.
Mm-hmm. They got rid of recreational vaping, recreational murder. It's all gone.
Yeah, that recreational murder's really taken off here in the United States. I'll tell you that, boy. Alan, you were talking about James Corden before. Maybe he can go back and do more Jenny Craig ads.
There you go.
He did those a while ago, and he didn't lose much weight, so they kind of quietly put it. Yeah, they kind of quietly put it in the background that that James Corden was doing. Jenny Craig. I was reading that Jenny Craig. Boy, Jenny Craig warns of mass layoffs. Is what I was reading. I was like, that's rude, man. Mass.
Dude, there was a Jenny
It's none
Craig.
of our
That's what they call weight
business.
loss now.
Yeah.
They
None
don't
of
call
our
Mass loss.
business.
Yeah, it's
mass
mass loss.
layoffs.
Mhm. We're laying off your mass.
They're closing some of their 500 weight loss centers.
There,
They figure you do this on your own.
there was a Jenny Craig across from my hotel, wherever the hell I was last. I don't even know what states I've been to lately. But directly across the street was Jenny Craig, and there was plump women walking in. And I was like, I did not even know that this was still a thing. I truly didn't know people were still going to Jenny Craig.
Oh, there's one UPS store that I go to all the time just because the guy who owns it is a real mensch, does good work. Right next door, there's a Jazzercise.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's still a thing. Ladies doing Jazzercise. Getting down.
My friend's mom lost like 40 pounds doing jazzercise.
Oh, my wife's dad's girlfriend
Oh.
does Jazzercise. She loves it. But mass layoffs, I thought was very, very rude, to put it that way. I think James Corden is going to be fine, by the way.
Yeah, he's got...
I'm not concerned about him at all?
What are you concerned about?
I'm concerned about the bureau chiefs that we have in the state of Utah.
Oh, no.
Because, Utah keeps trying to pass these anti-porn legislation, and the best defense is a good offense. So Pornhub just said, fine, screw you, and they blocked everybody from Utah. So, I mean, it's symbolic, obviously. You just get a VPN and you get around it. But we have a lot of listeners in the great state of Utah. And Pornhub, if your ISP is in Utah there, you just get Sherry DeVille popping up and telling you, hey, sorry, the people who represent you. And listen, it's amazing how many people in pornography, they're not exactly screaming liberals in porn, because these are women who bust their ass and some other things, to make a living. And so they're usually, against taxes and things like that. A lot of conservatives in pornography. It seems counterintuitive, but that's what it is. But they're like, hey, you guys don't seem to want what we're doing, even though, and Bill's pointed this out, the highest rate of porn viewing in the nation comes from Utah, or any of these places where they try to stamp something out. People are going to get what they want. That's what freedom is. Oh, remember that?
Nope.
So Pornhub has effectively blocked the entire state of Utah from their site. Say, hey, you have to tell your representatives to change the law that they've passed. Utah Governor Spencer Cox, no relation, has passed some legislation there.
Hi, I'm Sheree DeVille. As you may know, your elected officials have required us to verify your age before granting you access to our website. While safety and compliance are at the forefront of our mission, giving your ID card every time you want to visit an adult platform is not the most effective solution for protecting our users.
I think Sheree DeVille was like running for office or something. She's foxy. You know Sheree DeVille.
No.
You don't?
She like the CEO of Pornhub or something?
No, she's an actress. She does like MILF porn, and she's cute. She's sharp, smart. Because unfortunately, a lot of these actors and actresses have had to become like de facto activists. They're like, I'm just trying to get railed here, man. I mean, and get paid.
Get my check, yeah.
Yes. I mean, that's your job.
Just trying to get railed here.
Right.
Man.
They're not trying to be activists, but that's kind of the role they've been forced into.
The amount of people I've graduated with, or like I've met in passing, that have either become full-on porn stars, like they have OnlyFans too, but like they're in movies, and then like people that are just like doing backdoor porn, like, OnlyFans stuff, people next door, is crazy.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Like, everybody can make their own porn and distribute it now. But so what do you mean by that?
I'm meaning that the people that I run into, like the nerve to do it. Like,
you mean like OnlyFans?
Yeah, because these were people at the time I met in college, and, they were going to get degrees or whatever. I wonder what's changed. Now, maybe they had always had the ambition to do that, and they just never worked up the courage to do it. Or it could have been, things were going this way. College is a joke. Like, I could make way more money in porn. I want to know it from that aspect. I've tried to get a couple of them on my podcast, but they're booked and busy.
Yeah, but it's great timing, though, because we talk about stories all the time about these teachers who we should, as a society, value instead of just wiping our ass with them. These teachers that go, yeah, I quit because I'm making 6 figures a month on OnlyFans.
Yeah, but it's fast money, though. It's not the same
Right,
thing.
but when you're making, if you're lucky enough to make that much, I mean, the zone is flooded with naked people trying to make a buck.
That's what I'm saying.
So if you can cut yourself away from the pack and end up making that kind of money, you can hang on to that fast cash and you're going to be okay. And I think
so.
Huh?
I think
if you're smart,
in my mind, is just as fast as you make it, you lose it. Like, because
if you spend it, but you don't have to. If you're Mary, you would.
Hey, you don't know anything about me. I'm good with money, man. Finances with Mayor's new podcast.
There you go.
iHeartRadio.
Hey, listen, iHeartRadio will put any podcast on their platform, by the way. I found that out the hard way. They will put anything on that platform. So if it's you and just a couple of dummies talking about something, send it to iHeart.
Yeah.
iHeartRadio app. It is quality over quantity over quality. Yeah, the other way around. Quantity over quality is how they do it there.
Yeah,
on
well.
the iHeartRadio app.
You and a couple of dummies coming this August on iHeartRadio.
And they'll put it up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mary's Money Corner.
There you go.
We're going to talk all things finances. How to buy shoes, number 1. Number 2, what is credit?
How to have shoes sent to you, possibly. Maybe
do you need
not.
to pay back credit cards? Myths busted.
Go to the emergency room, and
Yes.
then they
ER
have to
visits,
treat you. And
hashtag free healthcare.
Exactly. So
Yeah, but don't you have to show up with some? But don't you have to show up with some kind of trauma?
Sure don't. Tell them your chest hurts. They have to see you.
Even if you're a young person,
You could say, my chest hurts, and
they
I
don't know.
am having trouble breathing, and they have to take you back. They're going to run a lot of tests, but
I was gonna say it's
they
triage.
can't say no.
They don't think you're dying, but they're like, okay, it'll be 6 hours.
Right.
Like, that's okay. That's
I got nowhere to be, babe.
I was gonna wait 6 years to get treated, but that's okay.
so you just I've never quite. I know the financials of it. I understand, we're all paying for people who don't have health insurance through that whole you got to go to the ER thing. But I've never quite understood. I mean, why isn't every ER stacked to the ceiling with people all the time?
Because people don't care enough about their health.
Well, but plenty of people do.
But no,
But they don't have access to health care.
But if you go through and you, even
And it
if you don't
depends
have
on what you're
health
trying to get
care,
seen
yeah.
for.
And you do get a bill, like they'll bill you. People just don't pay it. So I
Right.
think some people just don't want to deal with the hassle. When I was dealing with my whole
I see.
ear thing, I went to the ER because I was freaking out. I didn't know what it was.
The EAR?
Yes, EAR. I went to the ER for my EAR. And they didn't know. They thought I was going insane. So I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "They're gonna
Put you
give
on
me
a
some."
72-hour hold or
That's
something.
what I'm saying. That's exactly-
I
I called my mom. I said, "Mom, I'm in the parking lot of this emergency room to get treated for my ear." She's like, "Well, what's wrong?" I was like, "I have ringing in my ear." She's like, "Yeah, but they're not gonna know that." And I'm like, "Well, I'm just gonna go in and see anyways." The lady was like, "Do you want us to flush them? Did you clean them?" I'm like, "Yes, I did all that." I was like, "It just won't stop ringing." I'm like, "They're gonna."
This guy says he's hearing things.
Yeah, I was like, I'm hearing voices. I was like, sometimes it's like a radio going back and forth when I'm sleeping.
Sir, is your cell phone on?
I was like, it's white noise I get sometimes, and I'm like, I didn't think about how they looked at it from their point of view. I'm like, oh yeah, they totally think I'm crazy.
Ear, nose, and throat guy goes, this guy's definitely in here for throat.
Not anymore. And after I find out the side effects of that, people are getting cancer.
Sure.
No more.
Let me give you some money here. It is $1,000, courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie. Last week to grab some of this money, but plenty of chances between now and Friday night. So listen closely and good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
What if I could offer you something even more valuable than $1,000?
Oh,
Practically dipped in gold,
I wouldn't believe it.
worth its weight. Hot celebrity gossip. What would you say? How much would you pay for this? $1,000? $2,000? $10,000? What if I told you it was absolutely free?
Yeah, it is.
It's like crickets.
This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez, Bilton. Ooh.
Oh,
That's why I whiffed my QVC audition.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
How you doing? How are my little goss gobblers doing today? What, Mary?
I didn't say anything.
You're annoying.
I didn't do anything.
You
I'm
put
just
your hands in
listening.
your face and
I'm
you
just listening.
sighed.
I'm taking in my free goss.
Got her
Yes.
misdirected anger today.
All right. Olivia Wilde was embarrassed at the Met Gala when the editor of Vogue China, Margaret Zhang, wore the same dress as her. The audacity. But according to inside sources, it wasn't two people in one dress like I originally thought when I read the headline.
Wore the same dress.
It turns out they were wearing the same style dress. One was in a different color. So, crisis averted. Matthew Lawrence you know the Lawrence brothers, right? And Matthew Lawrence and Joey Lawrence. They got a podcast, and Matthew Lawrence recently discussed a role he lost out on because he wouldn't strip down in a hotel room for an Oscar-winning director. Lawrence said that he also was dropped by his agency for leaving that director's room without accepting the role or, you know, doing what the director said. You can hear Matthew and Joey discuss this at length in their podcast, Brotherly Love. And according to inside sources, there's a third Lawrence brother named Andrew, and he's also on the podcast. But why?
Because he's got nothing else going on, probably. Yeah.
Can I be on the podcast too, guys? Oh, sure, Andrew. And then finally, rest in peace, Gordon Lightfoot. The legendary Canadian singer-songwriter passed away at the age of 84. And according to inside sources, upon his death, it was revealed that Gordon Lightfoot was a stage name and his real name was Jordan Heavyhand.
Wow.
This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez, Bilton. Ooh.
That is some really inside goss on
Yeah.
Gordon
Big
Lightfoot.
goss.
Yeah, still
It's
Jordan
pronounced
Jordan Heavyhand.
Jordan Heavyhand.
Still spelled with the G.
Jordan with a G.
Jordan with the G.
Listen, there's a lot to peruse.
That was
through
worth
that
the
whole
free
thing.
that it was.
Yes, of course.
You're welcome.
It's
for
worth
that.
more than
Give you
that.
$1,000 in cold hard cash, and something even more valuable immediately after. Hey, Jason.
Hello,
What's up?
this is Jason. Is this Alan?
Yes.
Well, hello. I'm calling in to sing. You said there's no music on the show anymore. Can I sing?
I said that. When did I say that?
So no one on the show can sing.
Like
Oh, no
10
one on the
minutes
show
ago.
can sing anymore. Right, yes. Well, you're not on the
Yes.
show. You're on the phone, Jason.
Oh, I know. I was going to lead Bill in singing a song that he knows really well, or he should.
Well, what song?
Is that okay?
You got to let me know what song
Well,
it is.
okay, Bill, I'll start singing it, and Bill, I'm going to have you fill in the blank. Jesus wants me for a...
Republican.
You can sing along to this one. This is a...
I had the Mormon version.
Together now. Yeah? Will your dad, does he, I don't know how this works. I only know that you've mentioned it before. Will your dad posthumously baptize Gordon Lightfoot?
I mean, I don't know if it would be up to my dad to do it, but
But can't anybody do that in
in
the LDS, or it has to be one of the elders?
There has to be a certain. No, I mean they could. I just don't know who would actually do it for him.
But I mean, you can't just, don't they just do it?
Yeah,
They go, hey.
but I don't know if they like. I don't know how they obtain the death records and names of people to do that. But
Well, his name was Gordon Meredith Lightfoot, and he was a junior. Gordon Meredith Lightfoot Jr.
Jordan Meredith
Heavy Hand. Sorry.
the third.
Daramith Heavy Hand the third. Born in Orillia, Ontario in 1930.
Aurelia,
Aurelia? Born?
you want to be a singer-songwriter? Aurelia?
Born to Jesse and Gordon Lightfoot Sr. Parents owned a local dry cleaning business. So, anyway, I was just...
Son, you want to be a singer-songwriter? That's not what we do. We clean things without water.
That's
That's
right.
That's what we do in this family. You're breaking my heart.
My father was a Martinizer. I'm a Martinizer. God damn it, you're going to be a Martinizer.
I want a Martin guitar.
You're no son of mine. How dare you? I wish I'd never given you the Jordan Daramith Heavy Hand Jr. name.
No son of mine's going to be a singer-songwriter or use water to clean clothes.
Who's going to run my dry cleaning business? Bone Dry.
Just chemicals.
Bone Dry.
Is that what they do? How do they
Weed
actually?
Daddle.
How does dry cleaning
It's
actually
chemicals,
work?
yes.
It's just chemicals?
Yep.
They just put it like a chamber. Like I've never seen it.
Nothing
done.
dry
money,
about
that's
it.
all I know.
It's there's a solvent, and it has very little water in it. So
it's not really dry cleaning.
I mean, it's
drier cleaning.
I don't know how much business they'd get if they called it damp cleaning or
Less
moist,
wet
moist
cleaning.
cleaning. Less wet cleaning.
At least we're being honest with you. It's moist cleaning.
Yeah. I got to take a break.
Dry cleaners are all lions.
What?
Just the idea of someone opening a moist cleaner and their whole thing is like, these dry cleaners are all lying to you. They're getting them. They're not dry.
These are slightly damp.
Yeah.
Let me break here. If you want those tickets for that Mushroom Head 30th anniversary show, Halloween bash at the Agora, I'll have those for you a little bit later on. If you want to text for something, 35192, and listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.